The idea that the universe has a plan for us immediately sparks a mix of fascination and skepticism. After all, in a world where rationality often dominates our decisions, concepts like destiny or purpose seem distant, almost mystical. But for Carl Jung, understanding the plan the universe lays out for each of us isn't found in the stars or in some predetermined script, but in our own journey of self-discovery. Jung introduced the concept of synchronicity, the idea that seemingly unrelated events can reveal meaningful connections. To him, these coincidences are not mere chance, but signs, clues offered by the universe to guide our growth and understanding. When something resonates deeply within you, an unexpected encounter, a line in a book that feels written for that specific moment, could it be the universe trying to tell you something? Jung believed these experiences put us in touch with the collective unconscious, a vast ocean of wisdom shared among all human beings. The plan of the universe, then, isn't rigid but dynamic, a constant interplay between the conscious and the unconscious. In his words, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." For Jung, the universe's invitation is for you to connect with your deepest essence in order to discover your purpose. The feeling that something greater is guiding us often arises when we align with this internal journey. However, finding that alignment isn't easy. Jung reminds us of the need to confront the shadow, the side of ourselves we prefer to ignore or reject. The shadow holds fears, traumas, and repressed impulses, but it also hides transformative power. By confronting it, we pave the way for the integration of the psyche, a process Jung called individuation. This process isn't just about personal improvement. It's a way to find your place in the greater whole, a universe that vibrates in harmony with your discoveries. But how can we recognize the universe's plan in our lives? The answer may lie in paying attention to the symbols and archetypes that permeate our existence. Archetypes, such as the hero, the sage, or the healer, are universal models of behavior and meaning that emerge in dreams, stories, or even daily challenges. They remind us that while our individual experiences are unique, they are part of something greater. The universe speaks to us through these symbols, offering directions for our growth. Think, for instance, of a pivotal moment in your life, perhaps a painful breakup, an unexpected change, or an opportunity that seemed to come out of nowhere. These events, often perceived as random or even unfair, can be re-evaluated in the light of synchronicity. What if they were necessary to open new paths? What if the universe was rearranging the pieces, preparing you for something greater? At the core of this reflection lies a fundamental truth. The universe is not outside of you. It is you. When Jung speaks of the integration of the self, he points to the intrinsic connection between our psyche and the cosmos. In his words, "Those who fail to deal with the unconscious as an inner force will encounter it as fate." In other words, the universe's plan is not something imposed from the outside. It's a reflection of your inner journey. If the universe is, in essence, a reflection of our psyche, the inevitable question is, how can we decipher the messages it sends us? Jung would suggest starting by observing patterns. Often, what repeats itself in our lives, be it situations, emotions, or relationships, carries an important message. These repetitions, which we sometimes mistake for bad luck or cruel fate, may be the unconscious trying to draw our attention to something that needs integration. Consider someone who continually attracts emotionally unavailable partners. At first glance, it seems like an unfortunate coincidence, but according to Jung, these experiences might point to an internal imbalance. Perhaps the person needs to explore their own difficulty in accepting intimacy, confront fears of rejection, or even recognize neglected aspects of their personality. In this context, the universe isn't a cosmic manipulator, but a mirror reflecting what needs to be transformed. This process of observation and interpretation requires courage. As Jung emphasized, the true journey of self-knowledge often leads us into dark territories. And here is where philosophy intertwines with psychology. Great thinkers like Nietzsche and Kierkegaard suggested that the search for meaning demands confronting the abyss. For Jung, however, the abyss isn't just a space of fear, but also a portal to renewal. The universe, with its plan, seems to ask us to embrace the duality of existence: light and shadow, chaos and order, the known and the unknown. In this dance of opposites, we find the movement that drives our transformation. Think, for instance, of ancient myths like that of Icarus, who dreamed of soaring high but was burned by his proximity to the sun. The message isn't one of punishment, but of balance. The need to integrate lofty aspirations with earthly reality. Jung would argue that the universe's plan challenges us to find this integration in our own lives. Another crucial piece of this cosmic puzzle is intuition. We are often so immersed in planning and rational analysis that we ignore the inner voice whispering at critical moments. For Jung, intuition is one of the 4 essential psychological functions, alongside thinking, feeling, and sensation. It operates as a compass, picking up on the invisible nuances of the environment and connecting us to the flow of the universe. Through intuition, we perceive synchronicities, recognize archetypes, and feel the call for meaningful change. Thus, a fundamental step in discovering the universe's plan is learning to listen, silencing the external noise, disconnecting from distractions, and cultivating moments of introspection. In a world saturated with information, making space for silence may seem like a waste of time, but it is in that emptiness that the universe finds room to manifest itself. Additionally, we must remember that the plan is not a fixed destination. It isn't a straight line or a detailed map, but a process in constant evolution. It's like a trail through the forest. Some paths are already marked, but others need to be carved out by our own steps. Sometimes we stumble over obstacles. Other times we find clearings that offer rest and perspective. Each choice, each experience adds a new layer to the plan. If the universe's plan is a process in constant evolution, the next step is to embrace its uncertain nature. Many of us seek security in definitive answers, but Jung reminds us that true growth occurs at the threshold between the known and the unknown. He referred to this state as enantiodromia, a concept describing how, as we delve deeply into one extreme, we inevitably awaken its opposite. When everything seems to fall apart, it's often the moment when renewal begins. This idea invites us to rethink our crises. Losses, failures, and moments of confusion are not signs that the universe has abandoned us, but opportunities to expand our awareness. Jung believed that what we perceive as an end is often an invitation to enter a new phase of individuation. The universe, in its complexity, does not work to punish or reward us, but to push us beyond our limits. When we adopt this perspective, even the most challenging moments begin to make sense. Take, for instance, the hero's myth, extensively explored by Jung and other thinkers like Joseph Campbell. The hero's journey is a powerful metaphor for the universe's plan. The hero always begins in a state of comfort or ignorance, but is called to adventure, often through a challenge or crisis. Along the way, they meet mentors, face enemies, and at the climax, confront their greatest shadow. This cycle, present in stories across all cultures, mirrors our own process of growth. The universe seems to say, you need to go through this to become who you truly are. This is where free will meets destiny. Jung saw humanity as a confluence of these two forces. While there are patterns and archetypes that shape our experiences, each of us has the power to choose how we respond to them. The universe's plan is not a rigid script, but a field of possibilities. How we interpret the signs, navigate crises, and choose to transform our decisions uniquely ours. Another crucial aspect of this journey is its impact on the collective. Jung reminds us that the process of individuation is not solely for personal benefit. It contributes to the wholeness of humanity. When we become more conscious, integrate our shadows, and follow our purpose, we radiate that transformation outward to the world. The universe's plan, then, isn't just about you. It's about how you, as part of the whole, contribute to the evolution of something greater. This understanding can bring a profound sense of belonging. Instead of feeling lost or disconnected, we realize we are part of an interconnected fabric. Every choice, every experience, every synchronicity is a thread we weave into this grand cosmic tapestry. And while we may not always see the full design, we can trust that it's coming together harmoniously. Finally, it's worth emphasizing that the universe's plan doesn't demand perfection. Mistakes, detours, and setbacks are part of the journey. Jung encourages us to be patient with ourselves, reminding us that the unconscious works at its own pace, often different from what our ego desires. When we accept this, we begin to flow with the plan rather than resist it. By embracing the idea that the universe's plan is a fluid journey, guided by both internal and external forces, an essential question arises: how can we nurture trust in this process? For Jung, this trust doesn't stem from absolute certainties, but from direct experience. As we pay attention to synchronicities, confront our shadow, and respond to the call of individuation, we begin to sense an underlying order within the apparent chaos. This sense isn't a dogma, but a deep feeling that we are aligned with something greater. A practical example is following our creative and spiritual insights. These moments of inspiration, often quiet, are like lighthouses in the dark. They may appear in dreams, meditations, or even in everyday conversations. Jung believed that dreams, in particular, are a portal for communication between the conscious and unconscious. When a dream intrigues or unsettles us, it's calling us to decipher its message. Perhaps the universe is using this symbolic language to guide us. However, it's crucial to remember that the universe's plan doesn't erase life's challenges. It doesn't spare us from making tough decisions or facing pain. Jung once said, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." This awakening, however, transforms our perception of suffering. What once seemed like an insurmountable obstacle now appears as a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. Philosophy also provides a valuable lens to interpret the universal plan. Thinkers like Socrates and Kant emphasized the importance of living with purpose and authenticity. Socrates urged us to know thyself, while Kant encouraged us to act in ways that could be universally valid. These ideas echo Jung's approach, which sees the search for meaning as both a personal and collective imperative. By pursuing our own purpose, we contribute to a greater balance in the cosmos. Interestingly, the universe's plan often becomes clear in retrospect. During moments of uncertainty, we may feel lost, as if navigating without a map. But looking back, we start to see how every event, even the seemingly insignificant ones, played a crucial role in our journey. It's as if the universe operates on a timeline that only reveals itself over time. Consider, for instance, historical figures who faced monumental adversity only to realize later that these challenges were pivotal to their legacies. Think of Nelson Mandela, who transformed decades of imprisonment into a platform for reconciliation, or Frida Kahlo, whose physical pain fueled her immortal art. The plan didn't offer them an easy path, but provided the raw materials to shape something extraordinary. Ultimately, recognizing the universe's plan is, paradoxically, an exercise in both humility and empowerment. Humility to accept that we cannot control everything and that greater forces are at play. Empowerment to understand that even so, we are co-creators of our reality. Jung teaches us that balancing these two attitudes is key to living in harmony with the whole. This journey is individual and non-transferable, yet we are not alone. Like pieces of a larger puzzle, each of us contributes to the fulfillment of the universal plan, and perhaps by embracing this role, we can live with more purpose, meaning, and connection. And with that, we wrap up our reflection on the universe's plan and how Carl Jung helps us recognize the signs along the way. Now it's your turn. How have you noticed the universe's signs in your life? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this content, give it a like to help us reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated on new videos. And of course, check out the videos appearing on your screen now. They might just be the next step in your journey of self-discovery. Thank you for watching and see you next time.